Oh, who is that, sorry, again?
So my name's Matthew. I'm calling from the Advertiser, the newspaper.
Oh, yeah, I know the Advertiser, yes.
No, that's good, that's good. So just a quick recorded call. We're just quickly calling in the area today with some fantastic offers. Do you have a quick moment?
Yes.
No worries.
I'm just having some features in this moment.
The Advertiser there.
How familiar am I?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry, I've just been eating a bit of peaches and stuff. I'm familiar with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, and then they got the Sunday mail. Is this correct?
That is correct, yes.
And
So you're currently reading all 7 days of the week there, are you?
not recently, but I had. There is where they put it with there's I can't remember what they're called. I have to go look at them. Hang on. Can you give me a second? Because I collected them. Let's put the light on so I can see them. It's Monopoly, Battleship, Guess Who, Life,
we did have
Boggle, Twister, the Connect 4,
fun promotion recently.
Cluedo, Trivial Pursuit, Mastermind, Operation, which was a bit of a dud one, but Yahtzee Classic. It didn't really work so good. It's so weird. It's and the Hungry Hippo and what's that one? Chutes and Ladders. Why don't they call it Snakes and Ladders anymore? They call.
Maybe someone's copyrighted the name Snakes.
Oh, I'd still sue. If I own Snakes and Ladders, I'd sue them. And the Twister one was weird because it's just a bunch of dots.
Yeah.
Colourful dots. And I got the whole box set, with the curry case. Uno came from Woolworths, sorry.
Yeah.
That one was.
Promotion you find read the paper a bit more often there, do you?
Yeah, that's. Sometimes I get it for the obituary.
Yeah.
Because I don't know anymore, but in the old days, the obituary, the reason I when I was at work and they had the Advertiser, someone always brought in the Advertiser. I asked them for the obituary and they gave me strange looks. They thought I was morbid, but really it's because the cartoons were on the back of the obituary. That's why I got it, but I didn't want them to know I was reading Hagar the Horrible and the Phantom and Calvin and Hobbes. But I always asked for the obituary. Seriously, it was, I'm not just making it up, it was literally on the back of the obituary, the cartoons.
That's brilliant. I think I might have to adopt that and see what sort of looks I get. Okay. So yeah, I was just going to mention we've got a fantastic offer in the area there at the moment. Just to make
Are you in this area now?
So are you still in Para Hills there?
Yes, I'm here in Para Hills. Yes, this area.
Yeah. So we're just calling Para Hills area around.
Where are you from now?
So I'm in Weymouth Street, the Advertiser.
Yes, I'm in the city, Weymouth Street. I know it. What's the address of the? I remember it. Let me see.
32.
Was it the Advertiser? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's going back many years now. But the Advertiser, was that the place that had the massive countdown to the Sydney Olympics?
On the corner of King William, it might be.
Yeah, I think so. Do you remember that? How old are you?
Yeah. I'm 35, but I do recall, the corner of King William.
Was that the Advertiser? Who did it?
Might have been. It was a little bit before my time.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it might have been on the corner of King
Yeah, you would have been a schoolboy then. I think that was 17 years ago. Yeah.
I didn't get in the city too often back then. I recall seeing something on the corner.
I was.
I think it might have been the Advertiser.
Because I made a film at the time and it was sponsored by Sydney Olympics. And McDonald's called Gordon Forgives, I Don't. Have you ever heard of the Jar Levis? You've heard of Jar Levis?
I haven't.
If you do a search, it's Joewl, and Levis is Levis. But there's a whole family. It's a movie series based in Adelaide. There's 13 movies out now. The last one was called The Jelly Levis Story, which was basically, it was filmed around his hometown, which was Salisbury North.
Okay, there you go.
Salisbury North area. He's hanging out at the laundromat, and he showed us the Smelly Deli down there at Salisbury. Smelly Deli was been there for 50 years. It's a continental deli, but we always call it the Smelly Deli because it's got that smell from the, real Yugoslav twist on it. It's got the smell of the cheese and They got sliding doors there now from the old French doors. I used to go down there for vending machine when you put 2 cents in and you got a handful of candies.
Candy, yeah. I remember those, and they used to have the marble ones as well.
So like,
That's for 20 cents.
but you should look at. You should really get into the Joe Levis because it's a really local thing.
Yeah.
He's got over I can't remember that 20 albums out, but he's got like about 400 or 500 songs, but very humorous kind of songs,
Yeah.
But the whole Levis family, really, there's 13 movies now. You got the Home Movie Massacre, and then there's The Coming. There's the missing movie called Dawn of the Ragdoll. But the 4th movie was Ragdoll Menace, and then the 5th one was Gordon Forgives I Don't, which is one that was sponsored by Sydney Olympics. He didn't make a movie for a few years. Then Apocalypse Joe. And then Arkansas, he filmed. That was actually filmed in America, sorry. Arkansas was filmed actually in the state of Arkansas. Arkansas, what was the other one? Arkansas, then the Home Movie Massacre, it's called The World's Got Everything in It. And then World of Our Own, which was filmed in Stansbury, South Australia. And I Can Smell Him, filmed in Port Adelaide. And $17.50 was filmed all locations all around. And then after that was The Fry Pan Kid, which is a Gordon Levis movie. It uses fry pans like nunchakus. And then you got, the last one was made this year, was called The Jelly Levis Story. It's sort of a reality documentary style lifestyle of Jelly Levis. Because people doesn't, the whole thing when people say you're jelly because you're jealous, it comes from, because Jelly Levis is ancient. It's come well before that term, and it came from him. People say he's Jelly Levis, and he likes all those stuff. But if you get a chance, look it all up. Sorry, what was your next question?
Yeah, so I'm here to sell paper to you, hopefully.
Oh my, yes.
Yeah, as I said before, we've got some fantastic offers there.
I've got bad news for you. Look, man, it's sad. I don't know. No, this is pretty serious, man. I'm pretty much it's become very hard for me financially to afford anything. I mean, just my groceries last week, I had $47 to spend at Woolies, but lucky I had $10. I went over to $54, but lucky I had the $10 off. So I'm just really struggling at the moment, trying to find work. I lost my work last year, and I've been trying to find work. And it's just, I've got 11 years experience, but I've got no qualifications in the field what I was doing, which is the home design. And no one's employing me, so I'm trying to do some more study at the moment, but it's just difficult because I've got a child in my care, and it's just very difficult at this stage, But it's terrible news anyway, because it makes me sad. There should there's a lot of people, not just like my son's friends, a lot of them are struggling, and they got maybe 2 working parents. Well, even then, a lot of people are struggling. They got not much work on, and see people. See, my face. I posted a Facebook status yesterday, and people didn't understand it because it says. It said Adolf Hitler is getting his dick sucked twice daily in heaven now. And people don't understand what that meant. They thought it was some sort of racist Nazi thing. Not everyone, but it's a joke. What it is reference to our own politicians. Like, they really don't give a damn about people in general, and they'll be off getting their dick sucked twice in heaven, they think, in their minds, you know. That's the reference. And the politicians, I mean, Hitler was the head of state, but there was a lot of politicians in the Nazi regime, and they put the German people in shit, in some serious deep shit, and that's the reference. This is what's happening here now. Like this, you and me, you're a working person, yeah?
Recently back to work.
Yeah, but that's difficult, mate. We're in the shit here in the country, aren't we? You know what current events are. You know what I mean. And
hear what you're saying.
it's the politicians have really put it in there. I mean, we put our trust in that, and it's just like sheep. We're programmed. People think we can't overthrow our government, but I reckon we could. Fuck yeah! You know, it sounds a bit weird, but you know, they're pushing and just pushing for the businessmen, the fat, rich businessmen. They're the ones who get everything easy, and then we're poorer getting poorer. And they programmed us that way. Why is there 50% divorce in Australia? Because they want it to be, because people kind of get ahead when they get divorced. People are kept behind. I know people make their choice, but you're expected to get married and all this crap. Because today it's a partnership. It's a financial partnership, because people struggle. But they think as a couple you make it better. I voted yes for same-sex marriage. I mean, I'm not really that keen on marriage, and I've been married, so. But I think they got just about as right as anyone, because this is not a Nazi place.
No, definitely not.
That's definitely, they should.
Yeah. I'm just going to quickly interrupt. So it's been a great chat to you. Very
Yes.
insightful. I'm going to look up.
And your name was Matthew, or was it Nathan or
Matthew, yeah.
Yeah, Matthew, that's right. I'm thinking of Nathan Jackson. He's got $17.50 on his head. No, he's got $11.50 on his head. There's a reward money, dead or alive. Yeah, Nathan Jackson. He's part of the Levis thing. You look up Levis, Joe Levis.
Yeah.
You do it, please, you promise?
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. It's on Facebook too. Look on Facebook, the Emperor Joe Levis. Emperor Joe Levis. Look for it. And you.
No worries. I'll jot that down and I'll have a look later.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Bring you happiness.
All the best.
Thank you. Okay, you have a good day too. Thank you, and hope to sell more newspapers. Thank you.
Thanks, mate.
Bye. Thank you. Wow.